Guys, welcome back to No Quip Hockey with yours truly, Josh Glidden. Trying to add a little production value to this shindig. Hope you guys appreciate it. Took 2 thumbtacks and a blanket. Make wonders happen. Okay, so today we're talking about the Western Conference. That is a doozy of a conference. I have, as always, 2 games selected, one for the Pacific and one for Central. So let's start with Central. The matchup I have chosen is for this coming Sunday, the 22nd, the Predators versus the Minnesota Wild. The Wild are one of the best teams in the NHL right now. They're doing absolutely phenomenal. They have 61 points. And most of it is due to Dubnyk's incredible play this season. An astounding .937 save percentage and a .185 GAA and a 23-8 record. He's played over 30 games, and to have a sub-2 GAA is just incredible. So he is having a phenomenal season. On the other side, the Predators. Pekka Rinne is always he's always a good goalie. He's not doing terrible. He has a .921 and a .236 save percentage in GAA respectively. It's not terrible. It's not really that great either. I just think he's having more of an off year. Definitely not doing as well as Dubnyk is. Dubnyk is doing incredible. And the Predators' defensive core, especially without PK Subban right now, just is not doing too well. And PK Subban only has, I believe, 7 goals and 10 assists, and he's still the leading goal scorer on that defensive core, which is rough considering he hasn't even played every single game. He's only played, I believe he's only played about 28 or 29 due to his injury. So the Predators' defense just probably missing Shea Weber right now, who's doing phenomenal in Montreal. There's actually, I'll talk about it now. There's actually a funny website I found. It's called PKSubbanTracker.com. And it tracks basically literally the trade. It shows PK stats and Shea Weber stats side by side. And right now, Shea Weber is doing phenomenal. 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points, and a 18 plus minus next to 29 games played by PK Subban due to his injury. 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points, and a minus 11. So right now it looks like the Canadiens are definitely winning that trade, and the Canadiens are definitely doing better than the Predators are this season, but time will tell. Time will continue to tell. A lot of things happen like that. A lot of things start with an explosive boom, like, yes, we're doing so good. And then it could turn out that Shea Weber's age catches up to him, which is very possible. He's a lot older than PK Subban. And in the long run, I still am convinced the Predators are going to win this trade. Why wouldn't they? But I am going to predict the Wild to win it. I don't even think it's going to be close. I'm predicting the Wild to win it. Like I said, I'm going to get a little ambitious like I did last time. I'm always going to predict who wins, and that's what's most important, but I'm also just going to predict a score just for, laughs. I think the Wild are going to win this one 6-2. I don't even think it's going to be close. They're having an incredible season, and I just don't think the Predators are going to be able to handle them. So, that's my Central matchup. My Pacific matchup, I have picked the Oilers v. the Flames. This coming Saturday, the 21st. Cam Talbot, holy heck in a handbasket. He has played every single game for the Oilers. He has played 41 games. He has a .918 save percentage and a .242 GAA, which is mediocre. But for not really having a backup goalie in Brossoit, which is what they say right now on their roster, not really having a backup goalie playing all of these games, he's probably, if not the most, one of the most overworked goaltenders in the NHL. And for what he has to do and for what's expected of him, I think he's been doing incredibly. A lot of other goalies, a lot of other teams kind of switched their number one and their number two pretty evenly. Like the Flames, their number one is still Brian Elliott, even though he is having an abysmal season. An 893 save percentage and a 285 GAA, which is just not what you want. And then you have Chad Johnson, who's actually started more than Brian Elliott. He has a 923 and a 224. So, okay. Not phenomenal, not great, but, on the okay, good precipice. So, their goaltending tandem definitely is not the best, especially with Brian Elliott's very poor numbers. That being said, I do think the Flames are going to win this game just with how overworked Cam Talbot is. Edmonton has been having a hard time scoring. Not too much, but Eberle's having a fairly rough season. Eberle this season only has, only has 8 goals, and he's still one of the young names in this league. So I think I do call the Flames to win this game. I am calling the Flames to win it 4-3. I do think it's going to be close, and it is fairly close. I just think the Flames are going to pull away and get that point, and that 2 points, sorry. And the Flames aren't that far off. The Oilers have 55 points, and the Flames have 51 points. So they're not too far off in the standings. The Pacific Division is one of the closer divisions in the league, not being as divided in point standings as all of the other divisions, including the Central Division. The Wild and the Blackhawks both stand at 61, and then in third place team is the Blues with 51. The Pacific is much more close. You have 59, 55, 54, 51, 48. So it's a much closer lineage and linear path than all the other divisions, who are very just, here are the top 2 teams, and here's everyone else. You know what I mean? So I do think the Flames are going to win this game. And like I said, I am calling it 4-3. Also, talking about Jordan Eberle, I want to talk about that save Mike Smith had against him on Monday night. Eberle had a clean break from a phenomenal pass from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He thought he had Mike Smith beat. He goes glove side. And he even went to do the celly. He jumped against the boards yeah, I'm the best in the world. And then like I do sometimes when I'm playing, I always premature celebrate. It's a serious problem. But Mike Smith robbed him glove side. Just my puck. Puts it right where Mama hides the peanut butter. Who cares? And Jordan Eberle did not look pleased. That was definitely one of the saves of the week, if not the month. Possibly the year. Time will tell. And also PK Subban news, since we are talking about Central Division and the Preds game. He could be back as soon as next week. He seems to be healing up a lot quicker than expected, but obviously the injury he has with his back is a very fickle one. Back problems might seem better one day, and then the next day, he could have problems and complications again. So we will see how that goes. I already talked about the PK and Weber trade and how that's playing out right now. So really, that's all I have for you guys. So keep an eye out for those 2 games. I think they're going to be very good ones. I think they're going to be very entertaining. And until Friday, go hockey. Bye, guys.